Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. Welcome. We back at it for another episode. It's 46. Last week we had the Trump. Now we at the Biden, man. Sleepy. It seemed like last week when Trump, everybody was all attendance, and now we got Biden episode, and it's only me and Cam. The Biden episode. We went from
Crazy.
a full squad down to two. Wow. Well, we got a long list of topics to discuss and talk about today. Valentine's Day, Super Bowl, halftime show. Damar Hamlin, is he worshiping the devils? Man, the train derailment. Where is Megan Thee Stallion? Kanye, Adidas, UFOs, Ohio State. The CEO of YouTube stepped down. What's up with this fingernail painting, man? Chick-fil-A cauliflower, best fast food restaurant. Black History Month continues, man. Start off. How was your Valentine's Day, Cam? Everything was good?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I had work the next day, so I ain't really do too much. About you?
Everything's all right. Send a nice box of chocolates, strawberries across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm dying. So, everything was all right. Can't complain.
Still think the holiday formula.
You know how it is.
No, my big issue is like I've been lied to my whole life. Like everybody be like, flowers smell so good. They really don't.
Stop. You gotta get the right ones. That's because you're getting the joints the Mexicans selling on the side of the street.
Nah, bro. They put a lot of work into their craft.
I'm
If they was
dead.
gonna sell something, they was gonna sell something good.
I'm dead.
Straight dirt.
My man picked them joints straight out the garden this morning.
They surely did. Had them ready for the next morning. I'm dead bright early.
I'm dead.
Mm.
Man, we got the Super Bowl. What you thought about the Super Bowl?
I mean, I feel like it was definitely a good game for real. A lot of like crazy calls, kind of like no calls, but I definitely feel like both the teams definitely played their best.
They definitely flipped the script on us, man. Everybody was thought it was ready to be that. The Eagles was ready to win. Everybody was really voting against Mahomes, but it seemed like they went ahead and pulled that joint off. But it's crazy how that joint was floating around saying the final score was going to be 34-36. And it's crazy how it flipped and they added a point, 35-37, man.
Mm-hmm.
Chances of that.
No, it was I was thinking the same thing for real, but who knows how everything go for real. Like I said, I would have rather the black quarterback win everything. But I take half black.
He keep on, he putting it down. Mahomes is going to be a force to be reckoned with, man. I think he got a point to prove after Brady retired and handed the trophy off or handed the torch to Lamar, man. I think that really got to him.
For real?
Yeah, you didn't hear that? When Brady retired, he tweeted and said, Lamar Jackson, you up next.
Nah, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm out the game.
That's crazy.
They said, LJ up next, Lamar Jackson.
No, I ain't going. If Lamar Jackson win like 7 Super Bowls with the Ravens, he'd the GOAT.
We're gonna see how that saga turns out, man. There's a lot of rumors going around. I was seeing someone saying he's gonna be traded to Atlanta. to Atlanta Hawks.
Nah, he ain't gonna get traded for
Falcons.
real.
I said
They
Hawks.
already, yeah, they already franchise tagged him, I think.
Mm,
So he stuck there for a year, but if he gonna play or not, who knows? You know, a lot of players be sitting out now.
hmm
But I don't see why it's so hard for him to get the contract now.
We see. I mean, it's a lot. Like most likely, it's just the guaranteed money, man. That's the
Mm-hmm.
issue. And then I don't really know about it, like how it works, but I'm pretty sure him representing himself is not doing him any favors either.
I mean, I feel like it got his give and takes for real, but you also gotta remember his play style isn't like sustainable for a long term contract. Like you know that Pat Mahomes, he can sit in the pocket. Pat Mahomes got a 10-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that he gonna sit in that pocket and throw the ball for at least 6 or 7 of them years, barring injury. But like Ma, I mean, they got a new offensive coordinator and stuff like that. Um, but how long he really gonna be able to run like that? So you want to really give him like a 6, 7 year contract? He only really can run for the next 3, maybe 4, and still pay the man like 250 guaranteed.
They did it for Flacco.
Flacco ain't get no 250 guarantee. He got like a 100 mil contract.
I think it was 140.
It was 100.
Mm.
I remember because I was mad because everybody else ain't get no money.
We're gonna see, man. Lamar needs that money.
They sure do.
If he would have had that money, he would have been playing in that playoff game.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if he would have played, we probably would have won. I think lost the next week.
Nah, we definitely
But we would have lost.
against the Bengals.
No, we would have beat the Bengals. We would have lost to
Oh,
the Chiefs.
I don't know, man. We beat the Chiefs last time we played them, didn't we?
I can't. I think so, but you're not beating like playoff Pat Mahomes.
You tripping, man. We gonna see. We gonna run that joint back next year. We would have been in the Super Bowl.
We'll
We
see,
won
but
those
he
ones.
gotta get his money first.
And we need a lot of mixed emotions was on that halftime show. It was crazy. I seen something that said more people. It was like 118 million people watched the halftime versus only 111 million watched the game. A lot of people tuned in for that halftime show where
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna performed. Yeah, it was for me personally, it was just underwhelming. It was like
Yeah.
from as much as they talked about it and hyped it up and all of that, like
No, there's a
it
lot of
was
people
cool.
saying like she couldn't really do much because like the restrictions on like the grass and stuff like that. It was a real small stage, blah blah blah. But I agree with you. It wasn't what I expected. Like for like a Super Bowl like halftime show, you expect like big things to happen. It really seemed like she just did like a little like farewell concert. Like here you go, like leave me alone for the next couple of years. That's what it felt like.
That's a fact. I mean, just from like the amount of hype that was came out when she or they announced that she was going to be doing the halftime show, it was just like
Mm-hmm.
it was just like I expected more. And then I mean, I really don't got too much history on the halftime shows and see like how many other people did solo acts the whole time. Usually I see people
I can't even remember that last time somebody did a solo at.
bring people out, but I mean I've seen a lot of debates on like who she could have brought out based on her songs
She could
and
have brought Chris Brown, bro. She would have brought Chris Brown. It would have been crazy.
a lot of things going on. But like overall, the performance, I don't want to get people to think I'm hating. Like it wasn't bad. It just
It's a
wasn't,
cool like 6 out of 10.
yeah. It wasn't what you expected from the hype. Like all of these people
Mm-hmm.
hype about Rihanna performing. And I don't necessarily think it was, I don't know what was missing because like the choreography was cool. The moving stage was cool. It just didn't have that
It just
like
ain't had that
wow factor.
one. I feel like her energy wasn't like the best. Like look at all the rest of these halftime shows are like going crazy, they performing their life out. Like she good regardless. She can have like what I'm saying. She can half ass and be like, all right, You know she didn't even get paid for it.
Yeah, well, nobody gets paid for the Super
For
Bowl.
real?
Yeah. What are you
I
talking
thought
about?
she
That's an opportunity for you to be in front of 100 million people. I don't think
got,
nobody gets paid for the Super
I
Bowl
thought they
halftime
was
show.
getting paid for it. Like, it's
No,
crazy.
no.
But she performed songs and she could have brought out Jay-Z, Kanye West. Like, I mean, Kanye West, but he was on at least like three of them songs that she performed. Like, she didn't bring out nobody. It was like you said, underwhelming. I was just like, all right, she performed. Like, that's it. The game was better than her performance.
Let's see, man. I mean, it was either you loved it or you didn't. Like,
Right.
we'll see what happens, see what the consensus is moving forward. And some of the other backlash that came out from the game is, man, these people don't got nothing better to do to sit there and like analyze everybody. And some criticism going to Damar Hamlin for the jacket he wore. He wore some kind of designer jacket, and it had SpongeBob on a crucifix on the back, and had some kind of satanic references they were saying, and all kinds of stuff that led to devil worship and Satan and all kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
and certain of the like high fashion, that's kind of been like the trend lately.
Uh-huh.
But I
People
think
was just
people tripping, right?
yeah. I mean, it was like one thing. I was like, "How you gonna wear that?" And God just did so much for you. I'm just like, "All right, bro." Like, he didn't say he didn't like God. Like, he was just a jack. I feel like people be thinking too deep. Like you said, like a jacket is a jacket. Like, there's probably so many things out here that like the regular people use that like they don't even know is probably connected to some worse stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like when you look at it and you take time to analyze the jacket, like you understand and you can agree and see why he issued an apology and all of that. But like at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it's a jacket. The jacket was cool looking, but it is kind of like when you study it, it is kind of strange. But I think it was just a little too much, right? It's just people finding something to pick at. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I wonder how much it costs.
I think I seen something was like $2,500 for
Oh
that
my.
joint.
Mm-mm-mm.
While everybody was focused on that jacket, though, they definitely trying to hide and cover up this train derailment. I don't know why this joint is hasn't been getting so much news coverage. It really joint really
So,
happened like almost
but
2 weeks ago.
it's been a couple of them. Though. It's the big one that everybody be telling us Ohio, and one of like South Carolina.
Mm,
I think they said it was one of like somewhere down. So I want to say like Texas. It's been like four, I believe. But the one everybody be talking about, basically, like it was some chemical that leaked out all of like four different. So it was some chemical leaked out like four different train cars, and it's supposed to be like real toxic for real. But the fact that it caught on fire was like a good thing, but also a bad thing because like I forgot the word. I'm gonna use neutralize the like the liquid form of it. But the
mm-hmm.
fact that it caught on fire released the fumes into like the atmosphere, and that can cause like acid rain and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, it's just like kind of like people saying like it's a like some type of biological attack on America, and all these conspiracy stuff, and it's been crazy.
I don't know. I think that is a little pushing. I seen one video, I didn't even click on it, was talking about relating the train derailment to Jeffrey Epstein. I was just like,
So
man, what
nah,
the I don't know what y'all got going on. It's
yeah,
definitely too
people just
much.
be having too much time.
Yeah, the same people making that kind of videos, the same ones analyzing the Mar Hamlin jacket. But like, I
Right.
mean, you you got to understand like what the main modes of transportation are for like raw
Mm-hmm.
materials and goods of that nature. Like goods of that nature are not being shipped in a plane. You have train, rail, you have truck by road, and then you have ships by the ocean. Like for raw materials, those are the three main modes of transportation, right? So like I think since and they were transferring hazardous materials and it caused flames in the one location, Ohio, and blew up. And it's kind of um, was causing some side effects, even though people came in there and said that officials came there and deemed the area as safe. But, these are the consequences to industrialization, consequences of, you want to bring manufacturing jobs back and stuff. Like, you need these materials in
Mm-hmm.
order to produce goods and stuff that you use every day. I mean, there should be more oversight and definitely needs to be a lot of money invested in that infrastructure and things of that nature. But like the amount of derailments that happen a year is probably in the thousands. And it was just tragic that,
For real?
that, yeah,
Mm.
it's not like, most of them don't end like catastrophically like these ones and end
Right.
up blowing up. But yeah, the amount of stuff like that, like if you were to do an analysis, just like even with like car accidents, like the amount of car accidents that happen a year versus the ones that end in like a fatality, right? The number of train derailments a year versus the ones that you probably could just even do that make the news or in the like people's. But yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
derailments happen um all the time for several different reasons. And it just so happened that at least the one in Ohio was carrying a whole bunch of toxic chemicals and things of that nature. Like there definitely needs to be more protocols and safety checks put in place so that stuff doesn't happen. But the conspiracy theories and thinking that they're attacking, I mean, I
I
would.
mean, it did seem a little crazy. It happened like 4 different places, and they all was carrying chemicals and stuff like that. It don't get me
What do
wrong.
you think these
It sounds a
people?
little suspicious.
The chemicals got to go stuff to make places. And if it was an attack, why wouldn't they be doing it in big cities? They attacked in a town in Ohio that got a 500 population. A
Because
big
they started
chemical attack
small.
on 5 people, 500 people.
It was a test.
I'm dead. 500 people and 2 dogs. I'm dying.
2 dogs. I'm dead.
We're gonna see. And ever since this more Megan Tory trial, man, Megan Stallion been in hiding. It's crazy when you put that joint as a topic.
Mm-hmm.
Then academics had just tweeted like a video of her for her birthday. I was dying.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw that today.
like,
But other than that, like she been real quiet. Like
nah, she
everybody was
playing in
like,
something major, man. I watched. It's gonna be a
"Nah,
whole cancel Tory rollout. It's gonna be
for
wild.
real."
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that she's sitting back, planning something, or less like, even though he lost the trial, maybe people in the industry not messing with Meg.
I don't know. I feel like people still mess with me. Like, it's people act like she lost. Like she won the trial. There's somebody out there that will like make her like give her money to do an album right now.
Oh, you know why she probably quiet? Because you got to remember, she even though she won the joint with Tory, she in the legal battle with 1501, the label,
Oh yeah,
Carl
right.
Crawford. Yep. So she probably gonna keep on the hush until something come out with that joint. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She in
Yeah, I
the
read
battle
that
right
one.
now with the label 1501.
So wouldn't they not try to let her go or?
Yeah, there was some from what I understand, they saying Rock Nation trying to poach her, and there was some controversy with like the number of albums she was supposed to turn in. Like the albums, there's like strict guidelines to what counts as an album and what's not counted. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that like some of the albums she turned in, the label is saying don't count, right? Because album, this is just an example, but like based on the contract, the album should have 45 minutes of music on it. You turned
Mm-hmm.
in your album had the total runtime was 47 minutes, but 10 of those minutes was you talking or ad-libbing over the beat. That doesn't count as music towards the song, right? So
Right.
it's different things um like that. So that would be classified as an EP and not actually an album. So it's just little things like that where they're trying to say. Well, even though she might have handed in 5 projects to meet her obligation, of those 5, only 3 calcified as albums.
Right.
So we'll see how that joint uh turns up, man. You see what's going on with Adidas, man. They said Adidas struggling.
Yeah, they lost like I think like 1 point something bill when they did like when they did the sheets like their whatever it's called their money sheets or whatever it's called. And as
Mm-hmm.
soon as they found out they tried to get Kanye back on board.
Is that official or is that just what people saying? They really
Nah,
trying to bring him
so
back?
I saw. Well, I don't know if they really tried to bring him back, but I know that they definitely was like in debt. Not in debt, but they lost like a lot of money when like they totaled everything up after they cut Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I mean the best move would be like to get this man back because like Yeezys was like a big part of like their market. Like you gotta think how many people is really out here like rocking Adidas anymore.
I don't know if anybody really rocking
Yeah, like
Adidas or
sports
them.
teams really not. You know they don't got no control like over sports teams. Maybe like maybe
Soccer, they
soccer.
got a big market in soccer.
They got a big market in soccer, but so do like Puma and shit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So they, you know what I'm saying, they don't got monopoly over it. So you got Yeezys, everybody buying Yeezys, like from the broke people to the rich people, because it's Kanye. So why wouldn't you try to bring them back?
Yep. We gonna see, keep them on mind in that joint, see how it turned out, see if they're gonna bring Jesus back. I mean, I don't at this point, I don't think they're gonna bring him back. And personally, I don't think he would even wanna go back to Adidas, right? He they did them, so he probably gonna just sit there and
Nah,
let him
if the
crash.
money right, bro, I would go back.
We gonna see. We gonna see. You really think they got UFOs out here flying around? Did they shoot down the UFOs? It seems like the U.S. government can find everything but those other 3 objects they shot down in the ground, shot down
Mm-hmm.
out of the air. Right? They talking about in the Arctic Circle, one's in some valley, and the other one's the in one of the Great Lakes, all the way at the bottom down. I was like, man, so
Mm-hmm.
y'all really pick opportune places to shoot these joints down, but with that weather
Right,
balloon, y'all wanted to get that joint where a good place where y'all could retrieve it. But these other joints was just willy-nilly uh
right.
target
Like,
practice.
do I believe there's UFOs? I do. But do I believe that these are UFOs? No. I feel like honestly, they're like foreign entities coming to America, but they don't want to like that. They don't want to let that like the people know because they'll be pressured to be like, oh, so what are we gonna do about China? We're gonna do about Russia? All them, them people that we beefing with right now. That's what I really feel like it is. But I don't think it's with aliens or nothing like that.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on, man. We'll find out if they ever retrieve one of these joints. But
Because I mean, it's
um
balloons, bro. Like, you think if aliens came to like Earth, they would use a balloon?
I mean, and it might not even be that sinister for real. Most people don't know this, but weather balloons are launched from the ground all over the world multiple times a day from
Mm,
multiple locations. That how do you think they get their name weather balloons, and how do you think we get our weather? Literally, the balloons are launched in
I
the
ain't know that.
morning and at night, and they're getting atmospheric pressures and wind. Like all that weather comes from weather balloons. There's instruments on the balloons that report down to the like. That's how we're getting this data. So
Mm,
but also weather balloons could be used for some type of attack, like the Chinese did way, 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 way back in the day. Um,
mm.
weather balloons dropping bombs and things of that nature. But people should advise people to do some research on weather balloons. That you
No,
would
it
be
was.
surprised that NOAA, which is like one of the agencies that tracks weather and climate changes and stuff,
Mm,
is probably launching upwards of 500 weather balloons from various locations in the United States daily.
mm. No, it was one little thing I read. It was like when the plane went to go shoot it down and messed like the train, I mean the plane system up or something like that.
Yeah, that was the one in the Great Lakes. They said at first they missed.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. They could be hyping it up. I don't know what they're doing, but we're
Right,
gonna stay tuned. We're gonna stay tuned, see if they find these joints, what kind of reporting they come back and do.
right.
What was going on at Ohio State?
Ohio State.
Yeah, that's what you said. Ohio State football players.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So pretty much like 2020, like two white football players they got accused of like rape allegation. And it came out like this, so they got dismissed from the team. They got arrested and everything, and it came out like couple like I think a week or two ago they were innocent.
Mm,
So people was like, you know how everybody be like when something good, like their whole life was ruined for real. Like like when females make allegations and they false, they like females should be locked up, stuff like that. It was just like real crazy for real. Like
hmm
yeah,
Unfortunately, in most of these situations like this, it's just you got to suck it up. That's just how it is, man.
yeah, that's just how it is. Like you know, it's sad that it took so long. Like they said, they like them two, they probably could have been in the league by now, but
Mm-hmm.
can anybody gonna touch them now?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Wish all the best for really the thoughts alone.
Hmm.
And another big news: the CEO and founder of YouTube is stepping down, and I see a lot of mixed reactions about this. The name is Susan. She created YouTube, I
Mm.
think back in 2005, man. YouTube was acquired by Google, and it was one of the biggest growing video platforms out there. It's crazy because YouTube, there's really no like competitor to YouTube. YouTube is like its own and its own league type of social media. And really over the last, I would say 3 to 4 years, you really have noticed the change um in the younger population. Like literally you could spend all day on YouTube and not even have to have
Hmm.
cable or any kind of subscriptions to services. Literally, like YouTube is almost becoming like the cable killer without even other streaming platforms.
Right. It's crazy. But I was talking today. I was at work and pretty much these kids they was watching like a video of like other kids playing with slime. I was like, it's crazy. Like you rather sit here and watch other kids play with toys and not go like play with toys by yourself. Like
Mm-hmm.
they really just be watching videos like random stuff.
Yep. And then like the model that YouTube has where the people making the videos are getting um famous and getting paid and stuff is like they don't
Right.
have to supply the content. All they
Right.
have to do is moderate and monitor what's on their platform, and
Hmm. Especially like
the
them
incentives
gamers.
are always coming. Yep,
Yeah, but I
and
say,
they're getting revenue, advertisers, and all that kind of stuff. It's not like cable where you got to go out and buy shows and things of that nature. Like the people are coming to you and making their own shows. You're not investing very little into the content curation.
hmm, like really getting millions of views because you're playing like little Hogwarts legacies stuff like that.
So we're gonna see what happens, see what she does. Is she gonna
How
take
old
this?
is she? Old?
I don't think so. Let's see if
Mm.
she takes this payout and then go start something else, or we're gonna see what's going on.
Mm.
We got up next. We're seeing something. Whack 100. Big Pyru came to the internet and he said he want to know what's up with y'all men painting y'all fingernails.
Oh
Is
no.
it what's
I
going
mean,
on?
what you mean by painting fingernails? Like you talking like what color?
Yeah, like with young boy be doing trippy red yachty and them. He's
Oh
like,
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
what's your
I
thoughts on it?
I personally don't do it. I personally wouldn't do it, but like if that's their thing, that's their thing for real. I don't, because then like Dwayne Wade paint his nails or something too.
I don't know, man. People say it's self-expression. I don't know what it is. I mean, there's
I
different
mean, what you
levels to his
expressing
stuff. Cause like
exactly, right?
it's like some people, like men, won't even go get the mani petty type joint
Nah, I'll go
to
do that,
shine
but I'm
out
not
in
getting like hot pink nails.
the Chinese. So would you go get that joint and then get the clear coat, or you ain't get no
Yeah,
clear?
I'll go do that.
Oh nah, the clear
Why
coat.
not? Bro, it was clear, bro.
So you getting your nails painted?
No,
It
I'm
gonna be
getting a clear coat.
yeah, all shiny and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like hot pink or nothing like that. It's like
So
more
you
of
right,
like
you one shade away from yachting in them.
no, I'm not,
What you mean?
bro. Just because you go get your nails done don't mean you can take care of yourself. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That's like hygiene for real. But I'm not walking around here with hot pink nails or like plum red or glitter on my nails, nothing like that, and just like flossing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a clear coat.
And I went to Chick-fil-A the other day, and one yo was handing me my food, and he had like sparkly nails. I was like ready to drive off.
I'm dead. Not at Chick-fil-A though.
That's what I was like. I was like, "Am you sure you working at the right place, sir?"
Right.
I was dying.
Mm-mm-mm. Man, so
The
you wouldn't get your nails done?
I mean, I don't know. It ain't something like I'm going like it had to be if the stuff was real bad. It ain't something like I'm scheduling date, go get Manny Petty type
Some
joint.
some people do.
Nah, I'm good with the old fashioned nail clippers,
I'm dead.
cheese grater.
Mm-mm-mm.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, man, they said Chick-fil-A rolling out with a nationwide with a cauliflower sandwich. Would you ever try it? Have you ever tried the Impossible Burger?
Nah,
I can't get to try them joints, man. I don't think I
I
could do
can't
it.
because it's just like people like, oh, it tastes just like meat. Blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, I don't care. I know it's not meat. Like, I don't want to taste that. I don't want to eat that. I don't even
Yeah,
like cauliflower.
the Impossible Burger probably would be hard to do, man. I don't know
Like,
if I can.
imagine going to Chick-fil-A. You got a Chick-fil-A. You order a Chick-fil-A sandwich. You got a Chick-fil-A sauce, the fries, the nice little lemonade. You bite your sandwich. It's not chicken. It's cauliflower. You're gonna be upset.
Mm-hmm.
I
What do
never
you
even got the
think?
little wings. Did he have the wings?
The joint like with the wings is only at the test kitchen, right? So they got
Mm.
like a test kitchen with like the first Chick-fil-A,
Mm-hmm.
and where is it at? And it's called like Dorf Chick-fil-A or something like that. It's in Georgia somewhere. And then like and there's one in Tennessee or Nashville or something where they have the
Mm.
chicken wings and stuff like that.
Well,
But
they
other
can
than
keep the
that, I don't think
cauliflower.
yeah, I don't think they're anywhere else.
Yeah,
Speaking of fast food restaurants, man, where do you think the most overrated fast food spot is?
definitely Litos.
Lido's is not a fast food spot, and you tripping.
It's a fast food slash restaurant.
No,
Litos is
it's not.
overrated.
You tripping.
Litos is overrated. I take
You
Little
tripping.
Caesars over Litos any day.
You tripping.
Nah, bro.
You
Litos is not
tripping.
good. Litos
You
had his little
definitely
hype for real, like back in the day, because it was something different. But now it's just nasty.
you just geeking. Yeah,
Nah,
there's something really you tripping.
nah, I can't do it.
Most overhyped joint. Most overhyped. Um, I'm trying to think. I think Burger King is overhyped, man. I don't really like
Nah.
Burger King. But I think Burger
Mm,
King, people hype people. That Whopper, they hype up way too much, man.
but you gotta think, bro. Their burgers are way better than McDonald's.
Nah, you tripping.
Yes. When last time you had Burger King?
It's been a minute because it's overhyped.
No, it's just because ain't you. It's not at like select. It's like at select locations. Like it's not as many Burger Kings as McDonald's. Because McDonald's is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like Burger King, you really gotta go out there and be like, all right, I want Burger King, and then boom, you go. And it's the most delicious thing you ever had.
I don't know about all that. All right, man. We ready to wrap this joint up. Continue with our Black History Month celebration. We got a 10 or 11 question quiz for the people. Question one: Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021, and this holiday commemorates what? The emancipation of the enslaved African Americans in the U.S., the service of Black troops in the United States Army during the Civil War, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling effectively ended slavery but not separate but equal, the signing into law of Civil Rights Act. Man, if you don't know this one, answer is
The emancipation.
yeah, a Emancipation Proclamation. Next, what group launched the Freedom Rides in 1961? The ACLU, the SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership
Leadership Council.
Conference, CORE,
Yeah.
Congress of Racial Equity, SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordination Committee. I'm
I'm
going with
pretty.
what?
I'm pretty sure it's the Southern Christian Leadership.
Cam's going B. I'm going CORE, Congress of Racial Equity. The
Nah,
answer is C. I was right. CORE,
but
Congress of
you know
Racial
that.
Equities. No, I'm not. I'm actually on the test. Like as I hit it, it
Mm.
tells you yes or no.
I
Next
ain't never
question.
heard of them before.
At the time of the historic bus incident, what was Rosa Parks' occupation? Right. Let's see if y'all really know your history. Was
Mm.
it a hospital orderly, drugstore clerk, high school cafeteria work, department store seamstress?
It's either A or D.
I'm going D. What are you going?
I'm gonna go A.
Again, you're incorrect.
Ah,
Parks was arrested December 1st, 1955, after refusing to surrender her seat to a white passenger. She was a department store seamstress. Next question. Which of these influential authors became the first African American to win? Oh, we went over this one last time, a Nobel Peace Prize. Maya Angelou, August Wilson, Toni Morrison, Lorraine Hasbury. Let's see, Lorraine Hasbury.
I don't remember this one.
Oh no, I'm tripping. I got it wrong. It was Toni Morrison.
Mm.
In the book or novel. Next question. Before he was elected president of the United States, Barack Obama served as U.S. Senator in which Midwestern state?
Illinois.
Indiana, Idaho, Ohio, Illinois.
Yeah, we're from Chicago.
In addition to his influential campaign that began as president uh, to become president of the United States in 1984 and 1988, the Reverend Jesse L. Jackson is known for his leadership role with what civil rights organization? Southern Christian Leadership Conference, People United against People United to Save Humanity. Yo, this is really an option. Rainbow correlation. What the heck? All of the
Mm.
above. I think it's Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
I'm gonna say all of the above.
All right, I'm gonna go with you. All of the above. What? What is the rainbow correlation?
I think it's like black people, Latinos, whites. Have you ever seen
Jesse? I mean, I was gonna say Jesse Jackson. You Fred Hampton?
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they was calling no rainbow correlation.
It was something, but I'm pretty sure it was like that though.
All right, next question. In 1960, four African Americans college students staged a sit-in that helped integrate the store lunch counter. Which one?
Hmm?
Oh, this one is in 1964, African American college students staged a sit-in that helped integrate this store's lunch counter. What was the name of the store? W.T. Grant, G.C. Murphy, S.S. Kinsley, or Woolworth?
I'm not supposed to know.
I do not know. And that's crazy because at Morgan they have a piece of the lunch counter. So I definitely
That's wild. Yeah, you supposed to know.
I'm gonna go WT Grant.
I'm gonna go A, whatever A was.
No, it was the first. Yeah, you got it right, Cam. It was the first one. Woolworth
Yeah, I'm like that.
in downtown Greensboro, North Carolina.
Mm.
In 1968, she became the first African American woman elected to Congress. Barbara Jordan, Maxine Waters, Shirley Chisholm, Curl uh, Mosley. Shirley
Shirley
Chisholm,
Chisholm.
correct. Member of what labor union helped to build the National Black Middle Class of Civil Rights Movement? What the heck? National Black Middle Class of Civil Rights Movement. Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters. America's Federal of Teachers. Communications of Workers of America. Inaugural Ladies Garment Workers Union.
I'm gonna
What?
say A.
The Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Correct. Thousands of Pullman porters created the first labor union of African Americans,
For like
the
one of them car
possibility
companies.
of
Right?
upward mobility for blacks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Two more questions. Who was elected chairman of the Student Nonviolent Correlation Committee, SNCC, in 1966? Charles Cobb, Stokely Carmichael, John Lewis, Bobby Slee.
It's either Stokely Carmichael or John Lewis.
I'm going Stokely Carmichael.
I go John Lewis.
And it was Stokely Carmichael.
It's half right.
Stokely Carmichael replaced John Lewis and became advocating for what the. All right. In 2022, Westmore became the third Black American to win an election for governor, which of the following states was he elected to governor in?
Maryland?
Yes, sir. All right. We got a nice 8 out of 10. We'll continue to spread the knowledge, love Black History Month. Some people out there trying to cancel Black History Month. Just because it's only 1 month don't mean you got to celebrate it. And then another thing is like on Black History Month, so many people focus on, like remembering the ancestors. You got to ashe to the ancestors and great accomplishments and things that they done. But you got to remember that you can't make history if you're not doing nothing to progress and move forward. So like at the same time while you sitting in Black History Month and remembering, all the great accomplishments that we have done, you got to remember that we got to continue to do, and that, people might be celebrating you one day, so continue to move forward. So with that being said, we out. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.